Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So today we're trying out a different kind of format for the video. It is inspired by another flipper boy content creator by the name of Goats. I'll put a link to his channel so you can kind of look at some of his stuff that inspired this way of doing the stuff. And the second thing to cover is, for some of these, I simply wanted to have a nice round number of 1,000 in the buy orders, and there was simply too much competition for me to get 1,000 of the item in one order. So for some of these, actually like half of them, I was pretty lazy. I just filled up the order myself. Now, if you're willing to compete in them and actually you don't care about having a nice aesthetically pleasing 1,000, then these will be fine. But if you want to get an aesthetically pleasing, you don't get to do that. That's my pain and trouble. So anyway, we'll get right into this, and all right, let's do this. All right, so the first item we're going to be looking at is just Enchanted Diamonds. This is a relatively simple flip, as all you're going to be doing is buy ordering Enchanted Diamonds, claiming them, and then sell offering them back. Now, as you can see, this was only about 60k in profit. However, just the sheer volume of diamonds makes this around 16 mil an hour. The next item on the list is the Enchanted Haybale. Now, this is a little bit more on the costly side and a little bit more competitive as well. However, you know, we claim that, we sell that. As we can see, this one is around 200-ish K in profit, and it is a little bit more expensive, but it's around 13 mil an hour if you're willing to compete in the market. The next item on the list is going to be Enchanted Leather. I did have to fill this one myself, but enough of that basically. This one, we're spending about 6.8 mil, and we're going to sell for around 7.1, jeez, around 300k profit there. And this flip is a little bit weaker because there's like not enough quantity for it to be that good, but the margin is good, so it's around 4 mil an hour. The next flip that we have, this is probably the worst flip out here, and it's just Enchanted Magma Cream. It's alright because sometimes there's competition, sometimes there's not, but it has usually good margins. As we can see, we're getting around 170,000 just from that 1,000 that we bought. But it is around 2 mil an hour just because there's not much quantity. However, the margins are usually good if you just want to get a quick little buck. The next item we're going to look at is Enchanted Mutton. Now, this is also probably one of the best flips here, just because it's like relatively like low in competition against some stuff, but it just has a very good margin. So this 1,000 is going to make us over 400k in profit, which is really good. That's a lot. Anyway, the next item on the list is going to be the Enchanted Potato. Now, this is a very cheap item, so you can do it with pretty much no starting capital, but it's around 23k profit just from the 1,000, and it's around 7 mil an hour. The next item on the list is the Enchanted Pumpkin. Now, this is a little bit like, this is pretty cheap and fills really fast, so if you're looking for a really fast thing with relatively low profit margins, it's around 35k for 1,000. However, there's simply a lot of pumpkins in the market, so it's around 6 mil. Next item we're going to be looking at is Enchanted Rotten Flesh. Now, this item is pretty cheap and its price fluctuates a lot. However, we're getting around 80k-ish profit, but it fluctuates a lot because there's a lot of it, and you know, it's affected by mares and such, so you might get more, you might get less, but it's around 5.5 mil an hour. The next item on the list is the Flawed Ruby Gemstone. You can do this with pretty much every gemstone. I would recommend the Flawed version though, they're usually faster, but this one is very, very cheap to do, but highly competitive. Like, this is the most competitive one in here by far. We got around 40k in profit from that 1,000, and it's around 12 mil an hour. However, it is really competitive, so don't expect to get 12 mil an hour. That is if you have no competition. The final item on the list here is the Magmafish. Now, this is probably the best flip on here. However, sometimes it does take a while to sell, so you might want to even turn these into silver Magmafish and then sell those. You might get a little bit less profit, but it will help you actually in the long run because there's not too many Magmafish that are bought. But if you're patient enough, it will be pretty good, as this is about 90k in profit. And this is probably the strongest flip at around 20 mil an hour, so I would recommend it. Yeah. Alright, so thank you very much for watching the entire video. It means a lot, and if you skipped here using chapters, I don't blame you, but I'm just going to be putting like some titles on the left and right side, maybe the entire screen, that just show kind of a tier list of top 1 to 10, just so we get a hourly rate for everything, and we'll just do that. Alright, and that's pretty much the profit stuff. Also, let me know what you kind of think if I should continue doing this kind of template. It does take me a much longer amount of time to do. Much longer? Is that English? I don't know. But it does take me a longer time to do, so, you know, let me know in the comments. We'll see. And maybe do like one of these a week. We'll see. But peace out. See you in the next one.